John, a couple layers have been peeled back here over the last couple of days. Is that part of the process for you? And if so, did you expect to have to peel that many layers in the process?
What do you mean layers?
In terms of peeling back layers of honesty and conflict and the things that you feel are necessary in locker room?
Oh, I think as you're coaching a team, whether you're winning or losing, you're always trying to engage and have conversation as far as where you are as a team, whether it be good or bad. So I think that's an everyday thing, just to stay on top of matters. There are a lot of personalities in that room, with players and coaches. So I think it's a constant engagement as far as where we're at as a club. Right now, it's just been we've been in a bad situation, so it ends up being, I think, more magnified.
But has it gone deeper than you anticipated it would go when you first maybe got here?
Yeah, I think Portsy asked me that yesterday, where I wasn't sure what to expect when I first got here because I just didn't know the team. This stuff happens. I mean, you're always trying to figure out players. You're always trying to get them to play under a team concept. You're always trying to make them accountable. Some weeks it goes well, other weeks it doesn't. And I think that's a constant process for a coach as far as having your thumb on the team and what's going on with it.
How fragile is this club mentally right now, and how much do you need to start tonight against the Stars? I know you always want to start, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's important when you've struggled as we've had, and you have a Dallas team, a team that's just flying and has some strut about themselves. If you go into the situation and you're apprehensive and can you use the word fear? Are you just really nervous about playing them? You're in for a jam. And we had a really good practice day, a time that we just haven't had many days to practice. No matter what's happened as far as our record, you always have to enter each night, to me, in an aggressive mindset. When I first came here and we started pinching, we were really aggressive on the puck, and we won a few games there. You can't lose yourself there. You can't erode because of the losses, and that's really important for a team and an individual player to get right back at it, no matter what's going on, to get right back at it and play the right way.
Well, that's the deal, John. With this Dallas team, you skated with them for the first period, played right with them. Mm-hmm. Can leadership then prevent the slide and maintain that level that you want to have?
Yeah, these are opportunities for leadership to step up. As we're going through, and I hate, but this is where we're at as a club right now in the games we've lost here. We just haven't won many. It's an opportunity to find out about your leadership. It's an opportunity for players to use that to try to help the team, to develop themselves as a leader. And I really believe, I don't read any of your stuff. I'm sorry, I don't, any of the papers, or really listen to you guys that much at all other than answer your questions. But we have to, as a team, just get in the foxhole together here. And because I'm sure there's a number of different things, second guessing and all that goes on, and that's part of our business. It's part of the business for the players, it's part of the business for the coaching staff and organization. But I really believe we need to solve this together. In human nature, it's easy to point fingers and blame. I think you got to get into that hole together and just keep battling away here. And we have problems, but we have to try to solve them together and not look elsewhere to solve them. We need to fix it ourselves and as a group.
Whole process, coming back from the benching a few weeks ago, he could be on a fourth line tonight. How has he developed and not developed since that time?
Well, and that's what I was saying yesterday. I think I have to take a little responsibility there in where I don't think, and not just with Ryan, but with a number of players, I don't think I've done a good enough job in developing them and trying to get them to be the best they can be. That's a big part of coaching, and I don't think I've hit the right spots or the right buttons as we've gone through here in just a short time with them to get them into that spot where their confidence is there. It's a two-way street. I mean, the player has to play and find a way to get that done himself, but I don't think I've done a good enough job. So for not just Joey, but a number of players, that's a real big focus of mine, is to be better. I need to be better. They need to be better, and that goes to what I was just saying. We need to join in here together to try to fix this.
From Will he play?
He'll play tonight. Yeah, he's playing tonight.
Who's coming out?
Clarkson will be out tonight.
In goal?
In goal, it will be Mac. Bowler? Bowler is not in.
John, how close is Sergey, and what do you need to see from him to get to the next hurdle season?
Is that Bob? Is that his first name?
Last job.
He's day to day. I told you that yesterday. He's day to day. He's had some good practices, and he's not quite there. That's why it's not weeks. He's day to day. You worked on me yesterday about that one too, didn't you? Trying to get info on him. You come right.
Felino.
Oh, that was Felino. Nick's in tonight.
While we're on it, what about Solar?
Day to day, he's still, he's. Yeah. I'll just leave him as day to day. Because once I start opening up on one guy, you guys ask me about other guys. So day to day.
How'd you like the practice rank yesterday?
It's cold. It was the ice. The ice was really good. But I think that's the first time we've practiced here, other than the power play a couple of times. But what a facility! I mean, to be able to have that, and it really interests me. The two rinks, because when we have you have to plan ahead as a coach when you have camp. I have some testing that we're going to go through, and to have two rinks, we certainly get a chunk of flesh next year as far as camp's concerned. That's for sure.